Hi everybody, I'm Jenny Morgan from Action Coach in Wakefield, and carrying on with our theme in the last few videos of leadership and management ahead of our Leadership in Turbulent Times webinar on the 5th of March at 2 p.m. So what we've been doing over the last few weeks is talking about the difference between leadership and management and what makes really strong leaders and really strong managers, and using some examples, either contemporary or historical, from the world of politics, from the world of sport, generally people that you will have heard of, in order to pull out examples of what they're really good at and why that really works from a leadership or management point of view, and why it might be useful in our businesses. So today's examples are quite diverse. So our first example around leadership is all around the fourth part of leadership that is really important. And we said already that leadership is winning the hearts of the people. It's taking the hearts rather than the minds with us. And the final part is about congratulating to build confidence so your team continue to grow and have confidence. And when I was thinking about who to use as an example for this, actually what came up for me was, if you think about what the Queen does, so whether you believe in royalty or not is irrelevant, but if you think about what she does every year, we have the New Year's honours list and the birthday honours list, which recognises people for having done some stuff. Okay, and what that's a really great example of is somebody picking out people, admittedly probably not the Queen herself doing it, but pulling out people and saying this person has done this thing really, really well, and we want to recognise that. It's an example of rewarding the behaviour we want to see from more people. So what we're doing when we make those rewards is congratulating, saying thank you to those people, but also giving them something in return for it, but really showing that this is the behaviours and the ways of working and things that we want to see from people, so that other people want to do that as well, and it inspires other people. So this kind of process of congratulating builds confidence, both with those people in order to go out and do more of it, but also with other people within your organisation, if you're leading a company, about how do we see what good looks like and how do we take that forward and do something with it. So we build confidence in our skills and our knowledge and our abilities, but also in the fact that we're doing the right things. So by recognising and congratulating, then what we're able to do is build confidence. So the second example is a management one. This one is dear to my heart. So most of you who know me will know I'm a Manchester United fan. And my example I'm going to talk about is Alex Ferguson, probably one of the best managers in football, certainly over recent times in terms of results. And one of the things that he was really strong at, when you read into it, is the systemization of what they did. So the way that the training worked, the different drills that happened, who was allowed to speak to the media, when they would speak to the media, putting those systems and processes in place that meant that there was a routine. And what that does is it delivers competence. So if you take an example of one of the great players from one of his teams, of David Beckham, and his ability to take free kicks, for example, and some of those high pressure moments where he delivered time after time after time with free kicks, that came from a system. It came from practice, from routine and practice after training, day after day after day. Taking the kicks, but not just the physical process of doing that, although that helps because he trained the physical process in for in those high pressure moments, but also the mental process. How was he going to prepare? What was the systemization? Who would he speak to immediately before he took the kick? How did he put the ball down? How did he get in the right mindset to do it? So one of the great examples of management is if we can systemize the processes that are going on, then it helps us to build competence. It helps people in the team to build the skills and be able to do the work we need them to do. So two really diverse examples of leadership and management today. Love to know your thoughts about both of them and the things that they're doing. As I said when I started doing this series, it isn't really about whether you like these people, whether you necessarily rate them or not. But what I'd really like to understand is what you think about the concepts of what it is that we're saying is really important to leadership skills and management skills. And give me your examples. Who do you think is the best leader out there? Who do you think is the best manager out there? What's the difference between the two? But what can we learn from them? Ultimately, what can we take back into our businesses and use from watching other people and how they do it? So more examples coming up in our Leadership in Turbulent Times webinar on the 5th of March at 2 p.m. Book your place now. We're not only going to talk about examples, but we're going to talk about practicalities of how you do this. So really looking forward to seeing you there, and see you on the 5th of March. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.